Which desert, located in the northern Africa, is the largest desert in the world? The Sahara Desert, covering mostly large parts of North Africa, is the largest hot desert globally. It has a vast expanse of sand dunes, rocky plateaus, and arid plains spanning 9.2 million kilometers squares. That's huge for a hot desert in Africa. The Sahara Desert is known for its extreme temperature and aridity. It's home to various flora and fauna that have adapted to its harsh temperature. Sahara Desert is the largest and hottest desert globally. What percentage of Africa was colonized by 1913? 90% of African countries were being colonized as at 1913. This simply means that majority of African countries as at then were under the influence of European powers. The colonization of African countries by the European powers were driven by various factors, which has to do with desire for resources, economic exploitation, and political dominance. This high percentage indicated the extent with which African countries were subjected to foreign rules, and it has a great impact on their economies and the entire society. Which continent is the hottest in the world? Africa is the hottest continent in the world due to its geographical location very close to the equator. The continent experiences high temperature throughout the year, with many parts of the continent with high tropical climates. The combination of its proximity to the equator and the closeness to the Sahara Desert contributes to the hotness of the African region. Sahara Desert, known for its extreme heat, covers a large part of North Africa. Therefore, generally, Africa is referred to the hottest continent in the world. Maybe it owes to the fact that Sahara Desert is in Africa. Is it true that slave traders built schools and railroads in Africa? Wow, it's a typical lie. I believe this is a misconception. It is a narrative that existed for a long time and people are believing it to be true. The slave traders came for exploitation in total. They came for 100% exploitation and separation of families that brought a lot of emotional apathy within the continent of Africa. The slave traders never built roads nor schools. As a matter of fact, it was not their intention. It was 100% economic exploitation that brought them to Africa to buy our ancestors. They never built any school or railways. What is the biggest impact of slave trade on Africans? The impact of slave trade on Africans cannot be overemphasized. But primarily, the issue of separating families from themselves is one impact that slavery did to Africa. It was so bad that people see their mothers, their brothers and sisters being taken to slavery, a place of no return, bearing in mind that chances are there that they will never meet again. What an emotional disturbance it caused to we Africans. So the biggest impact slave trade meant to Africans is the issue of separating families from themselves, separating brothers from themselves, separating sisters, fathers, mothers from themselves. You must agree with me that Africa is this continent that holds so much grip on family tie. So one of the things the Europeans did to us that really broke our hearts is the separation of many of us from our families, detaching us from our ancestors. That is one of the biggest impacts of slave trade in Africa. I trust I've been able to answer these questions. Kindly share this video to all social media platforms and to at least 10 of your WhatsApp contacts. And most importantly, make sure you are reading. God bless you and bye for now.